Hey guys, so we are back. I was planning on doing this video originally today anyways, um, but it has kind of taken a turn. So I thought we would go ahead and look at this and we're just gonna follow this all the way through and see what happens. So, we all know what's been going on with Shanny, and her kids. I was planning on covering that originally, and I cannot tell you the absolute horror I felt. I was sitting here with I think I still have them in here. Let me see. So, okay. I was sitting in here and I was taking all of my notes on timestamp stuff that I wanted to go over about what was going on with Shanny and her kids. And my husband was helping me with the math and adding up all the hours and stuff. And so, we're sitting here and it's like, wait, where did that one just go? Where did that one just go? What happened? So I grabbed my phone, turned my phone on, and she was as frantically as she could privating everything. And I was like, well, there that goes. I can talk about the fact that she's privating stuff, but I really don't want to take somebody else's content, another reaction channel's content, covering her and talking about it because that's their work. That's their time. I don't want to do that. Well, there's been some developments, and I'm very curious to see what will happen. So we're going to go ahead. Um, we're going to pop over here um, to Jason's. I forgot to pull my window up. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so we have the esteemed Reverend Jason Egroff. I could spend hours speaking about that man and his take on Christianity and just exactly where he's getting a whole lot of things wrong, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the mess of it all. But it does irritate me. I grew up in a Christian school. My dad, for the first 10 years of my life, was a music minister and a youth pastor. My mother ran the Sunday school department. My mother was a teacher at said Christian school that I went to. I have grown up all around this theology. I know it, I understand it. And sometimes I listen to him speak and I just cringe over some of the stuff that he says, knowing everything that I know. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to let Jason explain to us what's going on with Shanny. Um, and then we're going to get into a couple of other things that he has posted.
Just letting you know what's going on. Um, so, the Shanny for Christ channel got a third copyright strike from stuff that was not even public. It doesn't even make sense. I don't know how it got popped. I don't know if you have anything on your channel, period, that is.
Okay, so I'm going to explain this to you guys. For anybody who doesn't see the back end of YouTube, like for the creators and stuff. When I go on and I upload my videos, I have to do my title, I write my description, I then have my thumbnail, and then I have all these other things that I have to click, stating whether my video is AI or not, and different tags and what category I want it in. And then I go to the next page, and the next page asks me if I want to throw in any advertisements, if I want to do like any cards that say, hey, if you liked this video, check this video out. Um, that kind of thing. Now, while I'm filling all of that out, YouTube is uploading my video. It's, getting it over to standard definition because that's the base platform that it needs to be on. Well, then once it does the standard thing, a box pops up and it tells me that they are checking for copyright content. And then in little itty bitty letters next to it, it says this is the first check. Just because this says that it's fine now, there may be issues later. So there's a warning that there's something there. Now, YouTube stores all of that information. So say I used a clip from somebody's video and they only have 1,000 subscribers and they do music on YouTube. And I use a clip of their video or a piece of their video, and right now they don't care if it's used. However, down the road, if they get that song professionally published, it's on an album or on a record label, that becomes copyrighted content. So they could, if they wanted to, YouTube will tell them, hey, so and so is using part of your video. Well, that's fine. But later, sometimes it happens that you'll have an artist who doesn't, they're like, I don't care. It's my music, it's my gift to you, use it. But then when they get on a record label, it's not even the artist saying it, it's the record label saying, no, we paid for that, we will get our money's worth. So YouTube can go through and check on the back end more than once. It also means that if, say I'm the one creating the music and I'm on a label so that I have to have everything legal and up to date, you may have used my entire music video 5 years ago. And it's not that I really mind, but the label does. And so even though the video is 5 years old, if it is still up, they're going to be able to come and see it. And they're going to be able to say, hey, this is a copyright issue. Can we fix this, please? Which is totally fine. That's why we have the Fair Use Act. That's because it keeps us within guidelines so we're not just taking other people's content. However, he says, well, it was privated, it was behind a wall, whatever. That doesn't matter. And some of the differences too, I don't know if you ever hung out in any of their live streams for any length of time. I'd sneak into a live stream and we'd be sitting and watching CNN. I have watched, I can't tell you how many countless documentaries with what's his name, Neil Tyson DeGrasse. Like that is copyrighted materials, and just because you're randomly pausing and saying wow, that it doesn't make it fair use for you to be able to use that. There's very strict requirements on what you have to, on the requirements you have to meet for it to be of fair use value. They haven't done that. He can't seem to figure that out, though. I am shocked that they, at one point, were making the kind of money that they were on YouTube, while being so clueless about how things go on here.
As copyrighted material, I suggest that you delete it immediately before you get popped. They do this every now and then. What's up, Eraserhead? They do this every goddamn fucking dogs. They do this every now and then where they will scrub channels for copyrighted shit and they'll start popping people. And it looks like that's what's going on because this wasn't even public. The video that got popped was a privated video.
Okay, the thing that he doesn't realize, and I don't know how many people do in general, YouTube processes a lot of these copyright claims, TOS claims, all of that stuff. So just because maybe I flagged one of your videos and I flagged it 6 months ago because it had something of mine in it that is copyrighted. They have so many to get through, and sometimes because it is, so nuanced, like they will have a computer system go through it, and then they'll have a person go through it, and then they'll have another person go through it. So just because it's been up for 6 months and nothing's happened to it doesn't mean that something can't happen to it. It's kind of like the video that Foodie had the little girl in. People all over the place were saying, hey, YouTube, there's a problem, there's a problem, there's a problem. Nothing was happening, but it may just be taking them, as much as I hate to say it, it may be taking them a while to get to it.
So they must, the only thing I can think of is they have AI bots that are, God damn it! There's AI bots that
He's just cranky pants all the time.
are scrubbing everybody's content to look for copyrighted shit and they're popping people. So the situation is that Shanny's live stream ability is gone.
Why does his eye look so discolored?
And we got an email that her channel is going to be terminated in 7 days. So I went and I filed some counterclaims, and that's frozen for now. So it doesn't look like her channel will be completely gone in 7 days. But the fact of the matter is that she can't live stream anyway. So I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. That's what's going on. Um, Help us out with donations if you can. Peace out.
Okay, I'm not sure what donations have to do with her her thing not working, her channel not working. Um, Although they have been asking for a lot of donations. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna look at this one right here. 2 hours ago, what do you guys think of that lovely portrait? Okay, side note, this is crazy to me, and please tell me if you guys notice. Do you see his paint tees? Okay, well, me and my husband were keeping track because he kept wearing the skirts so he could flash them at people. Um, he wore the same ramen underoos for 9 days before he changed them. I, sorry, crazy tangent, but I showed my husband one of his videos one day, and he was like, "Wait, I saw him in those the other day. When was that?" And we started counting back through and actually finding everything. And pretty much the only thing that was changing was his shirt. And even then, that was rare. So just side tangent. So right here, 2 hours ago, he says, Shanny's new channel, go sub now. So Shanny has started a brand new channel. The channel that she's on right now, the Authentically Shanny channel, was a ban evading channel when her Shanny for Christ channel um, got deleted from YouTube, and she's supposed to be perma-banned. But clearly that's not happening. Same thing happened with Rev, with Rev's channel too, I believe. So we're gonna go here, 2 hours, and I want you to look at these comments, guys. One says more ban evading. Here we go, more ban evading incoming. Everyone contact for ban evading. They're using someone else's social. Let's do this. Because every time your AdSense account has to be attached to your YouTube if you are going to be making money or trying to use this as like a job for a paycheck and stuff. But it can only be affiliated to one person. Now, if under that channel, I want to create other sub channels, kind of like Foodie has with, she has her channel and then they have the couples channel. That's just a subset under this, or if it's attached to Salah's, I don't remember. But that's a subset, but it's all technically umbrellaed under the name Chantal. Um, so somebody else says we will take that channel too. No worries. Um, do you really like that her channel will continue to stay? LOL. Do you really think that her channel will continue to stay? You need real jobs. Someone else said, thanks, Rev. I made sure to go and report the two of you for ban evading. I mean, and it just goes on. Oh, 48 seconds ago, it says Shanny's other channel must have been deactivated by them. Otherwise, either of them would have gone on Rev's channel crying and screaming that her channel was gone and she's done. Wash, rinse, repeat. So that's what we're getting. That's everybody's response is why? Why is this happening? Like, this is not acceptable for this to be happening. So we're gonna go back and I'm gonna click over here. It looks like her first it looks like her first live stream is going to start in about 7 minutes. Um, but here we are. We're already here. Um, oh, there is no chat. Okay. Well, that's where we're at with this, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. Um, every time this happens with them, I think, oh, it's only going to be a couple days and they'll be caught. It'll be gone. When she set up the authentically Shanny one, I never in a million years thought that they would uh, get monetized, and they are. So I'm not quite sure how they're doing it. I don't know that I want to know how they're doing it, if you want to know the honest truth. But that's going to be something for us to keep our eyes on and kind of see what's going to happen. Because he had posted the other day and said her channel was getting ready to be gone, and I was like, oh, those boys can breathe for a little bit. There can just be some peace. Um, doesn't seem to be the case. So let me know what you guys think down below. Until I see you again, remember that you need to be good and behave yourselves. But if you can't, do it right. Make me proud. Just don't go the route of these two. Let's have limitations, people. But if you can't, post it online then, and then we'll talk about it later. And I'm gonna see you guys later today. Bye.